Perfect. I think it's done for most of you. Vittal, can you help me with your email ID on the chat? I think I will help you from there. Otherwise, we can start off the session. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Arshita, and just give us 2 seconds. Uh, so today for us, the agenda is going to be simple. First, we'll be exploring about what are agents. Like I've seen in the chat, there's a person who is new to UiPath. So we'll be explaining what are the agents, and next we'll be diving into what are conversational agents. And in the next, we'll be exploring the UI of the conversational agents. And at the last, we'll be showcasing a use case and a demo. So in the next slide, we'll be going to discuss about what are the robots and what are the agents. So before everyone, we know. Yeah. So before we dive into the conversational agents, so let's discuss about what are agents and sorry for the disturbance. Sorry for the inconvenience. So let's continue from here. So before we dive into the conversational agents, so let's discuss about what are the agents and what are the differences between the robots and the agents. So in general, agents are designed to run in non-deterministic environments. So you might be wondering what are these environments. So it's like where the same action can lead to different outcomes because the environment will be having some uncertainty or randomness or external factors that affects the results. So whereas the robots, these work in a deterministic where we can predict the outcome. They can plan, whereas the agents they can learn and they can adapt, making them ideal for the required judgment, flexibility, and contextual awareness. Whereas robots follow a structured logic. So, for example, 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So, just the robot does it. But whereas if we come to the agents, these are different. They think and they make a decision. So, in the next slide, we'll be discussing about what UiPath is offering for the agents. So, there are two type of offerings currently by UiPath. First one is autonomous agents and the other one is conversational agents. So, you might be wondering what are the differences between them. These conversational agents are designed to engage in dynamic, multi-turn, and real-time dialogues with the users. Whereas, unlike the autonomous agents, where they respond to a single prompt, conversational agents can interpret and react to a continuous stream of user messages. In autonomous, we just provide a system prompt and user prompt. But in conversational agents, we don't provide the user prompt because it is collected live throughout the interaction. So when to use these conversation agents and when to use these autonomous agents. We prefer using these conversational agents for self-service and where the users may ask follow-up questions or provide information incrementally. And use the autonomous agents instead when the task can be fully described in a single prompt with all the required inputs provided at the upfront. So in the next slide, we'll be discussing more about the conversational agents. As mentioned in my previous one, Conversational agents enable back and forth dialogue with the users. It's just like a chatting with a human. They are ideal for the self-service guided workflows or natural language interfaces. So, what are the main features of this? Contextual grounding. So, where you can connect your enterprise knowledge like data policies, for example, HR policies or CRM systems or product databases. And it's like multi-turn interactions where the customer or the user will be asking to and fro questions, and for that the agent will be providing the answer. The agent remembers what the thing we have asked, like whatever the user has mentioned in the previous thing. Like for example, where the user asked, I want to go on a vacation, and there will be some of the places will be suggested. And next in the follow-up question, the user might ask, what I want to search for the hotels in this location. So the agent will remember what is the location and will be providing the nearby hotels for it. And tool integration. So agent can trigger actions like running a workflow or triggering automations, APIs, activities, uh, while running the UiPath automations or invoking activities. And human in the loop. So when does this human in the loop comes into the picture? There might be some scenarios where the agent doesn't know the answer of whatever the user is asking. So in this scenario, it will escalate to the action center when needed. When the agent can't handle a query or when a human approval is needed, it can escalate to a real person through the action center or any other interface. So now, while developing these conversational agents, there are some best practices which we need to follow. First one, start with a clear persona. Define what should be the agent's tone. For example, you are a friendly HR assistant. And next, you need to ensure that you are designing it for unpredictability. In some scenarios where the users may provide incomplete or incorrect information, we need to handle ambiguity gracefully. And next, guide tool use, where you need to ensure the tool's descriptions clearly and when and how to use them. And at last, iterate with evaluations. Create more and more test cases for both the happy and unhappy scenarios and update your agent logic accordingly. So these are the things about the conversational agents. So in the next slide, we'll be looking about the autopilot for everyone and the conversational agents. So before we start with this, what is an autopilot for everyone? So we can think it is like an AI companion which is built to help business users like business analysts, developers, and testers with their daily tasks. So autopilot for everyone and conversational agents, they work together side by side, and these conversational agents do not replace the autopilot for everyone. These are like designed for different purposes. We can think autopilot for everyone as a general purpose agent where there is no domain specific and you are asking for it like productivity task and interacting with the UiPath platform. For example, just download me the receipt or send an email to this particular person. These are the things done by this. Whereas conversational agents, these are built for a specific use case. Example, HR policy assistant, where you are asking a domain specific questions like I want to take a leave and what are the days and what are the holidays. So in this scenarios, conversational agents are built. And you can access this conversational agents directly from the autopilot for everyone, which makes it as a central hub for all your conversational needs. So in the next slide, I'll be handing over it to Sahiti. She'll be discussing about the UI of the studio.
Yeah, thank you, Akshita, for the insightful introduction on agents, conversational agents, and how do they differ. So now let's dive how we can actually create a conversational agent using the agent builder. So in UiPath Studio Web, we do have options to create new and the agent option. So basically, while in the agent interface, we have a conversational agent and the autonomous agent. We do select the conversational agent. And while creating a conversational agent, we can either do it from the scratch or we can use an autopilot. So on the next slide, we will see the some elements of agents like tools, agents, which will help us to make our agent better. So let's first talk about the tools. So tools help our agents to access business specific data and perform actions based upon the user prompts. So while we configuring a tool, it's important to define in which purpose and the usage of the tool. So here we can add activities, agents, automations, IXP and all. So each tool again is enhanced with guardrails. So that help us with the rules and actions that can manage the unexpected behavior during the executions. So these rules are checked again as the tools inputs and outputs when all the rules are met and action is triggered. So the next one is context. So context allow our agent to use business specific data for reasoning. So this is where the our context surrounding indexes come in. So these indexes connect to our agent and giving it access to the right information. So let's imagine we have HR policies which vary across organizations. So if we build our agent with the context about our company HR policies, so it can respond accurately for like what is the leave policy or how do I apply for paternity leave, all the questions. So the next one would be agent score. So in the agent score is in help us to measure the highlights the area of improvements. So scores will be available for each component. We can use that for the detailed breakdowns and we can use autopilot suggestions here to optimize our agent performance. So the next one is evaluations. Yeah. So evaluations, so evaluation is a set of multiple evaluations like input and output pairs with their evaluator. Evaluator is a logic or a rule that checks with the agent output is correct. Like it will check whether the agent output is correct. So it applies a condition or assertion to a single input output pair. So next, as we discussing in the previous slide about human in the loop. So escalations and human in the loop. So escalations allow agents to involve humans when needed, whether for approvals or exception handling or manual assistance. So when triggered, a task is created in Action Center for review or to give a resolution. So they were used by Action Apps in Action Center, enabling developers to use human in the loop whenever required. So we have seen like escalations will allow us to involve humans. So how cool that would be like if our agent could remember these escalations and those human interactions, like whenever it comes there in the where that agent memory comes in. So agent memory is a service in each agent allows to retain the facts and observations. It is, observed across the runs during our interaction with the agent. So it enable agent to make more informed decisions by using the past escalations and their resolutions, supporting memory alongside the context surrounding indexes. So suppose let's assume where an agent encounters a scenario that triggers an escalation. So it first check whether it has previously memorized a resolution for that situation. If there is a matching memory exists, that agent can resolve the issue automatically without escalating it again. So if not, it will proceed with the escalation as usual. And once resolved, that store like that the outcome of the resolution again will be stored by the agent for in the memory for future use. So now let's see how UiPath agent creation would be accessible. So in the UiPath agent builder, we have seen like while creating an agent, we can use start from scratch option or like autopilot, like using an autopilot. So generate with autopilot option gives us to describe an agent what we want to create an agent in a plain text using this message box. And when we create an when we click on create agent, the autopilot will automatically convert our description into a working agent definition. So autopilot provides suggestions for the agent definition. You can review the suggestions, make adjustments and accept that one once fit for your use case. So the more specific your description, the better autopilot can give the agent to your needs. So you can use the continuous improvement feature as well. So where UiPath enables for iterative refinement to test and tweak your agent before finalizing this. So now we have seen how to build agents using natural language and autopilot to refine them iteratively. But once the agent is created and deployed, how do we keep track of it? So there we'll have the agent builder in instance management. So So this instance management, like agent builder instance management, will be available in agents page in Automation Cloud, which is a centralized hub for managing and observing all UiPath agents. So here you can view your all your deployed agents, including conversational agents. So how is the performance and also once the conversational agent is deployed, you can chat now option will be available here. So that from where you can directly use your conversational agent. So this will also give the view of indexes and help you understand how agents are connected in your organizational resources. Yeah, so it's basically whether you're monitoring performance or you if you want to add any agents, this agent page will give you visibility and control. Yeah. So yeah, now to bring all this to life, my colleague Pujita will take you through a real world use case and live demo showing all these. Yeah, over to you, Pujita. Okay, Nina. Okay.
Thank you, Sahiti, for driving us to the agentic world of UiPath. Guys, do you have any questions till now? Feel free to ask.
Question. Yeah, one question.
Yeah.
We have tried it for one of the customer requirements, right? One point which I just wanted to bring up in the call was we weren't able to define input parameters, right? Or send input to the AI agent, as in to the conversational agent, as in the autonomous agent.
Yeah.
Will be helpful if you can cover it as part of your demonstration, right? Of how do we pass it and how do we get how do you pass inputs and how do you get the required outputs? Yeah.
That is covered in our hands-on, but
Sure.
as I mentioned before, as our colleagues mentioned before, for the conversational agents, the inputs will be taken from the live interactions with the user. For the autonomous agents, we can provide the input using data manager or using in the data manager, we can pass the file, arguments, etc. Or the user prompt also available for the autonomous agent. We can provide the input in user prompt.
Okay, I have more questions, but I will pause for now, right? When we go to the hands-on, I will bring up my questions.
Yeah, sure.
I have one question. While we are covering the hands-on, I have one query as well. If we are having, let's say a document, which I'm, let's say a long meeting notes, okay, and I want the agent to convert it to a summary. So do I use tools with a context or, where the PDF, I'll upload it in storage bucket, or do I use a UiPath where I extract the contents from PDF. So basically, I have to extract the contents of the PDF and then create the summary. So how do I pass those parameters? I want to know as well, like which is a better one, whether I use tools, context grounding, or whether I use, the tools as a UiPath workflow. I don't know if I'm communicating it the right way, but
Yeah.
that's my doubt.
Actually, here the tools are different from context. The context is the data that we are feeding to our agent. Tool is the workflow or RPA workflow or API workflow or another agent that we use to do particular task while running the agent. So for your scenario, you can upload your PDFs in storage bucket and we can use feed into the index and we can use it as an context in our agent and the agent will create the summarizations.
Oh, like that, is it? Okay, I would love to see if that can be done in a hands-on, something similar. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, I just have one short point to make. So maybe while you cover this use case, if you can also highlight upon some of the backend implementation details so that we understand the limitations of this and how can we extend that. So I'm assuming that you, in this particular thing, some RAG kind of implementation might be there. So what kind of search mechanism it uses and for how big data corpus is it effective and how do you go about scaling from there? If you can just touch upon those points as well, so it will be helpful to understand this better.
Yeah, sure. Coming to our use case, today we are doing intelligent HR assistant. We are building the intelligent HR assistant agent. The main agenda or the main objective of this assistant agent is to give instant access to the employees. So that they can easily refer to the HR policies without reaching to HR. They can easily go and chat with our agent. They can easily know how many leaves they have. Like we need to feed these documents to our agent as a context, as I mentioned before. And we are using four important components while building this agent. One is the policy understanding. We need to define each policy and we need to feed that policy into the context, to the context. Second one is smart escalations. We are creating an escalation app where if the agent is unable to find the information from the context we fed to the agent, it will ask the user to reach out to the HR department and raise a ticket or something. For that, we use the escalation app here. The agent, if the information is not found, it will raise a task in Action Center and assign it to the particular HR team so that HR team can notify and they can assist you with the proper answer. And we use the Send HR Response tool, which is an RPA workflow. This tool is used to send an email to the user on their request by attaching the HR answers. So before diving to our hands-on workshop, I hope everyone registered in staging portal and got your access or invite links.
Those who did not yet get the invite, can you all write in your emails on the chat?
Just a quick question. Does this invite do anything different? Because I just went to the cloud and I created the.
Please just go to the
com-
steps and please let us know the what effort you want for development.
Vijay, can you mute
So for
yourself?
this manual entry, inpatient,
Vijay.
right? So you can just
Hi, coming back to my question. I mean, I already created an account, cloud account, free one. So do I need to do this invite thing still?
Nirati, can you answer this? I think this would only run on our staging, right?
We need to do indexing and everything. So we prefer to use a staging portal, and for deployment and the solution management thing, everything is flexible in staging. We prefer so.
Okay, I'll go through the invite process.
So guys, before we are starting this and when we are working the use case demo, I would request everyone to post your questions or wherever you are stuck in the Zoom chat instead of speaking, because it would be easy for us and as well so that the flow will be continuous.
Suggestion.
This is Purnima here. Just to out of curiosity, are we covering Maestro in this or no?
No, we are not covering Mastro.
Okay. In case you have any hands-on session for that later, I would love to be a part of that as well.
Sure, we'll inform.
Thank you.
In agent, can we invoke the workflow which we have created from Studio Desktop?
We can add it in our tools and we can use it in our agent.
Actually, previously I tried for the same. Actually, when I'm trying to add from tools, there it's not showing that whichever I have published from Studio as well as I have created process from Orchestrator, but still it is not there in the list. So let's once we get into hands-on, I think I can ask.
If I may answer that question, you can probably check your UiPath whether it's connected to the appropriate folder in the orchestrator. I faced this issue once and I realized that
Uh-huh.
the folder in which I had published the process, the
Uh-huh.
orchestrator folder was different from the UiPath Studio folder that I was using. So I was connected to shared, but I had
Uh-huh.
created that process in some finance dev or something like that. So it has to match. Then only you can see that.
Well, how to see where my agent created from Orchestrator? Like I was little bit confused that at that point.
You
Otherwise,
publish
I
the process,
am
right? You publish
yes,
the
I have
process, no?
shared. I have published process into shared folder, but I am not confirm about where I created agent on this.
No, agent. No, you're talking about the tools now, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
UiPath
Mhm.
Studio. So in that
Yes, yes,
studio,
yes.
niche you'll have in the when you open the
Uh-huh.
studio, niche you have the orchestrator connection, no?
Yes, yes. That is
That
confirm.
has
I
to.
have yeah, I have confirmed. Oh, it is
Examining
I, I have select as a shared folder only and
Okay.
then publish. But while coming to agent, agent side I am not confirmed where I have agent created or like that. That's the I
Okay, but
want.
after you publish the process, did you add process in the orchestrator?
Yes,
You have added process, no? Then you have to call it.
yes.
It should come in the tools.
Have you published the process to tenant level or your workspace level?
Tenant. Sh- could I share my screen quickly so that I can show
No,
you?
no, no, not now.
Oh,
Actually, we will be walking through the use case, right? So we'll also do similar kind of setup. So you can like review that after we do the hands-on.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I got
I think I'm seeing multiple orgs. Can someone confirm what is the org name?
UiPath Agentic Workshop. Yeah.
Okay.
And please use this tenant CA workshop December.
okay.
So we'll start our hands-on session. This is the home page of our your staging portal. So before going to the hands-on session, we have a restriction for every tenant. We can't create more than 10 indexes, which is nothing but a context. So I will create a context and show you guys. Please use the same. So I'm opening the orchestrator. In the shared folder, in storage buckets, I have uploaded two text files. One is the system prompt, one is the email body. You can download and see. This we are using in while building our agent. So for the escalation app, I'm uploading an app to the orchestrator. So I move to the UiPath apps portal.
Sorry to interrupt you at the middle. We don't have a shared folder. We have only my workspace folder.
Yes. We will add you in a short.
group कर दे admin.
So meanwhile, we will create an index as well as we will publish an escalation app.
I also don't have shared folder. I think none of us have, right? Or the access to share folder.
It is included in your permission, so we will add you in short.
Okay.
So for publishing UI app, click on create new. If you have an app local, so you guys don't need to publish an app. I will publish an app. You can use the same. I will explain how we created an app, how we add a action schema and everything. So click on import file. This is in my local. So I selected UI app. For better reference, I'm giving my name after the app name. Make sure to use the same app. Yeah. Firstly, I'll explain you what is this app and how can we use this app in our agent. Here we have this app is used to prompt the user request to the HR team. So this is an action app. We added an action, and here we will display the user request and the user email here, and the HR response will be entered here, and on click of submit, this will send back to the agent. So I'm publishing this app. Apps and indexes are tenant level, not folder level. So after publishing your app, we need to deploy the app. Guys, please check the share folder is visible to you or not.
Yes, we are able to access that.
So the app will be published to your tenant. So we have our app ready for using it in our agent. We have seen so many of us are not on the same page, so we'll wait for 2 minutes.
Are we supposed to do anything now? Like you have published the app now, so what are we supposed to do?
So that's what I'm mentioning before. Indexing and as well as apps are both tenant level. So we have a restriction for creating we can't create more than 10 indexes per tenant. So I will create an app as well as an index. Please use the same. Yeah. I just published an app and I showed how to publish and how to deploy the app. This app is used for our escalations in our agent.
Okay, but I'm not able to view the published app in my thing. Where should I view? You have published now, but should I be able to view it? I should be, right?
Yeah, you should.
Where should shared automations is it?
This is in shared folder. I deployed the app in shared folder. Can you please reload or just reload the page?
Yeah. Okay. Now I got it. Thanks.
I'm not able to see this complete orchestrator option itself. Could you please help me out?
Can you please share your email ID in the chat once?
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I just shared.
Yeah, thank you.
Make it favor. I have given access invite to you.
Yeah, I have accepted the invite, but I'm not able to see. I have all the options like studio agents and maestro and all, but I'm not able to see this orchestrator in the the left hand side panel.
Maybe he have not selected the CA workshop in the tenant.
Yeah, to select the CA workshop in the tenant.
Yeah, it's a tenant issue. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Anybody else who is still left with the
Yeah, I don't have access to the tenant.
you are Sangeeta, right?
Yeah.
Let me check. Sangeeta Guna Sekaran, right?
No, Sangeeta.nidhi.
Can you give me your email once again?
Sure.
Is there anybody else left?
Actually, I'm getting the error as date limit is exceeded.
Date limit exceeded. Okay.
Why am I getting like that?
Can you try again, like refreshing or opening it in another browser? You will be getting it. It's due to so many requests are passing by it.
Same
Okay,
for
let me
me
try.
as well. Same for me as well. I have refreshed it and it's now working. Try to refresh.
Meanwhile, I'll be explaining the UI of our Studio Web. So this is our Studio Web. So we can create many components using Studio Web. One is RPA workflows, agents, agentic processes, which are the master workflows, and many more. And UiPath apps also we can build in Studio Web. You can see the features here. The case management, agentic process, RPA, API workflows, apps, and everything. For now, we are proceeding with the agent. Click on agent.
So I just have one question. Whatever features that we have in the desktop right now, right? Do we have everything in the Web Studio as well?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Whatever we have in the UiPath Studio desktop version, right? So all the features are available in the Web Studio, or is it any limitations on that?
So whatever the features or the activities we'll be having in the Studio desktop, there might be not present in the Studio Web.
Okay.
I'm getting 216 error. Could you please check? I pinged my email ID multiple times in the chat.
Yes, we are checking the chat. We are working on it. So please give us some time, and you can continue with the demo.
So once you create the agent, this is the screen that you will see. In the left side panel, you can see the solution. Everything you built in the studio will be published as a form of solutions package. It's nothing but a bundle of everything that you integrate in your agent or an RPA workflows, everything. So if you include any apps that will be added in your solution, any integration service connections, process, context, everything will be added as a solutions package. And while publishing, it's a bundle. It will create a bundle and publish it it's a form of solutions in your orchestrated tenant. Once you click on agent, this is the screen that you will see. We need a conversational agent, so click on conversational agents. Here we have a autopilot. You can give the prompt and ask the autopilot to create a skeleton of our agent. As of now, we are creating it as a fresh. So start fresh. So as I mentioned before, in Conversation Agent, we don't have a user prompt. The data manager is disabled because the inputs are from the live user interactions. The best practice is to rename all the default names. So I'm renaming the solutions package, then I'm renaming the agent name. I will explain each of the functionalities that UiPath provides, Studio Web provides. So one is the Solution Explorer package. If you add anything, you can see the added one, all the components in the Explorer package in the Explorer panel. Then Data Manager, which is not available for the conversational agents. Then the issue panel, if you, while debugging or while creating anything or while building your agent, if you face any errors or if you encounter any errors or any integration errors or anything, you can see in this panel. Then the version control or the history. Till now we didn't publish anything, so it is not showing anything. If you publish anything, you can see at what time it published and what version it is published and everything. This is the deployment configuration. Under solution folder, what are all the components present and what are the prerequisites and the versions and everything, the package versions and everything you can see here. On the right side, you can see the properties panel. In the properties, you can see the agent settings. You can change the model. Here we have a Claude, Gemini, GPT and everything. We are using Claude 4.5. And the temperature is used for the decision making, nothing but if you want your agent to be more precise, to give the response to be more precise, you can use the temperature as low. Otherwise, you can increase the temperature to more creative so that it will give the responses more creative. And the max number of tokens per response, you can set the limit so that you will get the output in the defined formats. It's a debug panel. You can see while you debug the project. This is autopilot.
I have a question here. So if you are saying that you can set the tokens limit, right? So even if the response is a higher, will it trim it and will share the update, or how it is?
It won't trim it. It will. If your response is more, it's more. If you set the response, if you set the max number of tokens to some 1,000 or some 2,000, it will summarize the whole content into 2,000 limit and it will give you instead of big paragraphs.
But what if my content is not making sense, or what if my content is missing something?
For the better response, we suggest you to go for the higher number of tokens and the temperature should be precise so that you will get the exact answer with more clear details.
And for every request and response, this limit way it will try to maintain it.
Yes.
So if the temperature, if we go for more creative, right? Is there a chance it can hallucinate?
It's based on your prompt actually. The prompt in your prompt, if you write don't hallucinate and take the data only from the context or take the data only from the user inputs, it won't hallucinate. If you don't mention and your prompt is kind of ambiguity to our agent, so it may hallucinate and give you more creative answers.
Yeah, but in this case, we are using chat based, right? So user can type in whatever he wants. So.
Yes. And we are using the prompt also to be like well-defined prompt we are using here. You can check the prompt and here you can download from storage bucket. I mentioned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, whatever is not precise, everything will go back to the manual work.
So just one question, that max tokens per response, does it mean characters or something? What does it exactly mean, max tokens?
Token is nothing but a chunks of semantic data that agent is taking from index.
From the context, basically, right? So if
Yes.
I have a PDF which has a long, let's say, email summary, long meeting notes, and I want a summary. So in my context PDF will have, let's say, 10 pages of data, but I want the summary in like 1 page or 2 pages. then in that case, what should I put my tokens in? How do I make that judgment? Like what it can be the temperature and what can be the tokens? That's
So
a
if you
little.
want, if you want your answer to be more specific, or like whatever you, how can I say this? Um, if you want your output to be more precise, like more specific to the content you feed, you can reduce the temperature.
Okay.
And the max tokens per response is nothing. You can't count the characters with tokens. Token is nothing but a chunks of grids, nothing but.
Okay, but if for 10 page, just give me a rough idea of if the PDF is 10 pages of data and I want a summary in 2 pages. So max tokens, how much should I like? Should I give it as the minimum or middle, or how do I determine that? Temperature, I got an idea, but that max tokens, how do I decide?
So you're providing 10 pages of data as an input and you want 2 pages as a summarization.
Correct. Exactly.
You can keep it between 0 to in the halfway.
I think it should be based on your testing usually. The lesser the tokens, it's difficult for you to extract. But if you have more
Let
tokens,
it flow.
the it takes more time to do. So
Exactly.
you'll have to explore what is your middle ground for your thing and while you're
Use
testing.
case. Okay. Thanks.
Totally depends on case to case. We cannot completely decide the number of tokens like a generic one.
Okay, I just wanted to get a sense of how to determine that. Yeah, so thank you.
It's like a trial and error. You just need to try, and then if it is giving the same response, then just.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I have a question here. Based on the setting of the temperature and maximum tokens per response, it will be totally go with that consumption of units. It may vary consumption of units if we keep the different values in the temperature and tokens.
Increase the temperature. If you increase the temperature, that would require a more number of tokens. Sorry, a more number of units.
Team, sorry for the interruption. I do understand we have a lot of queries here, but we would request you to post your queries and questions in the chat. That would help us to go with the flow and complete our use case demo. Thank you for your understanding.
Please download this system prompt file and copy the system prompt and paste it in your system prompt in the design panel.
Have you posted?
I will explain
chat?
you.
Sorry. Is it in the chat?
No, it is in storage bucket.
Okay.
So I will quickly explain you what is the system prompt here. The system prompt is nothing but the rules are we define for a agent to perform the specific task or to behave, or the roles, responsibilities, everything. So first we are defining what is the role of this agent. So we are defining it as an HR assistant. It needs to intellectually process the user request and give the proper response to the user. And the main objectives, the responses should be clean and accurate, and the tone should be friendly, professional. And the document source needs to be taken only from the context, not from anywhere. It might lead to hallucinations, so we are defining it particularly. And we are asking the agent, if the information is not available, please create a task using the escalation app so that the HR team can notify. And we are mentioning the first message and the follow-up question. And it's nothing but we are asking the agent to ask for the follow-up question after every response. And the knowledge source, I'm giving all the documents that I have. I'm just giving the names here. So this needs to be fed via context grounding. And I'm mentioning the behavioral guidelines, that how the tone should be, how accurate it needs to be, how clear the response should be. And I'm asking it to keep it short, structured, so that user can read easily. And if it is any unclear question, the agent should ask to the user. And if the policy is not found, the response should be like this from the agent. And the agent should ask whether to create a task for the HR team or not. And this agent, or just for the confidentiality information, I kept this. And I specifically mentioned if the information is not found, what should trigger, and I mentioned a sequence of steps what the agent should perform. It should politely respond, then it will ask the user whether to create a task or not. If the user confirms, it will trigger the escalation app. Once the HR team go there and give the proper response, it should take the response and give the proper response to the user, and as well as send an email to the particular user by taking their email IDs. The email ID can be taken in the backend and confirms the user, the HR team responded, and the response should be displayed in the chat as well. And I mentioned the flow logic. What is what it should ask. On the user request, it find a relevant policy and provide response. If the policy is not found, the same steps I mentioned. And I gave the one shot example here. When the user asks about the dress code on Fridays, the assistant should answer like this, and it should ask the follow-up question. So this is for the system prompt. Let's go and create the index. So I will create an index. Please use the same. For creating an index, I'm clicking add context. I don't have an index ready, so I'm clicking create new. The index name I'm giving as HR policies. On the description, list of Word documents which has information related to HR policies. I'm selecting a shared folder because my app is also there. So please make sure to select the same folder when you're working on agent. I'm using a storage bucket as a data source and the same folder. I don't have a solution bucket also, sorry, storage bucket also handy. So I'm creating a new. You guys, please don't create an index. Just see what I'm doing. Here you can see I create a storage bucket. I can add it here. File types, I can, all of my files are docs. So I'm using docs. And I can add all the files. You can see the status, 20 out of 20 files are uploaded. On click of save, you will see the index created. So here we create an index. We need to add that index to our agent. You can see the HR policies here. Please use the same. The description, name, everything will be auto-imported. You can see the strategy here. Here I want to explain the strategy of extracting the data from index. If you have a CSV files, go with the structure. If you want anything more of a summarization, you have a lot of bundles of data and you need some summarizations out of all that, and like that, you can go with deep rag. I have a few documents which has very minimal content, so I'm using a semantic.
Hey, can you explain one more time? Strategy.
So semantic we use for if you have a CSV file, go for structured. If you have a bundles of lot of data and you want it like a queryable or summarizations, if you are using for query or for using for summarizations, go for deep rag. And batch transform. Give me a minute. Batch transform is used for batches of CSV files, and semantic is used for just a key value pairs or related to the keywords. It will search from the unstructured data and it will give you the results. The strategy is used to collect the information or the response from the chunks of data that you're feeding to the agent. So we have successfully added the context. Let's add escalation app also. Add escalation.
I'm sorry, once you're done, can you explain what the tools also does?
Sorry?
Once you're done with the escalation, can you also explain what the tools
Yeah, sure. We will, in this session, we are creating a tool actually.
Oh, thank you.
So I have already published an escalation app to the orchestrator. You can use the same. For that, I'm creating escalation, HR follow-ups, giving the description, escalate to the HR department, regarding the questions and concerns of the user. Here I'm selecting the app task because we created an app. You can see the HR escalations. Select that app. If you want, you can enable agent memory enable. What it actually means is if the HR responses back to the question where the agent can't find the information in the policies, the HR response also fed to the index so that in future or near future, if the same question occurs or the relevant question occur, and if an agent encounter the same or relevant question, it can directly answer for the request instead of raising a task again. So I need to give the title for the task. You can set the priority. For the assignment, you can assign it to the group or user or anything. For now, I'm assigning to the email ID. I'm writing my email ID. So if you add an app, the inputs of the app also auto imported. You can see the description and the inputs and the type of the inputs, everything. Finally, let's create a tool. Click on add tool. Click on RPA workflow. Guys, before creating a tool, I hope we are all on the same page.
If you don't mind, can we just quickly run through the context properties and the other, what was that, escalation properties once to see if everything is added for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
For the context, give the name.
Just a minute. Okay, let me just, context.
Okay, name. Creating a new. Click on add context.
Okay. Yeah.
You can see the HR policies.
Yes. I have to select that.
Yeah, you need to select that.
Okay.
On selection of that, everything will be auto imported, the name, description. According to our requirement, you will change the strategy.
Okay. Okay. This is semantic, right? We are retaining semantic for this use case. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else in this we need to fill?
No,
Other than
nothing.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, then in the HR escalation.
In the HR escalations, give the escalation name and the description, escalation type, and select the action app.
Okay. Escalation type is the app name, no?
No. Escalation type is a app task and the document validation task, which is related to the documents. For now, we are using app task.
Okay. And then in the action app, I have to choose the app. Okay.
Yes.
And what about task title and all that things? Do we need?
Yes. You need to set the task title as related to the name, related to our agent, and you can set the priority. if you want to add any label. So in companies, we do have a different type of different departments, right? For the easy segregation, we use the labels, consider it like that.
Okay.
And then assignment criteria, we can assign it to different, we can assign it in different ways, user, group name, etc. For now, I'm using email ID. If we use a group name or anything, we need to add that group in our orchestrator and use that. It's kind of DL group.
Okay. Okay.
You can
I
enable
think
the actionable notification so that they can notify once the task is created.
Sorry to interrupt you. Where we can add the group name in the asset or on orchestrator?
No, while creating a roles or you can assign the roles to specific groups, right? We can create a group.
Can you show us, please?
So in Orchestrator, once you go to the tenant in Manage Access, we'll be having the groups like if in your organization, if you have different groups, you can select a specific group, and in the three dots, we have the option of edit and check access. So from there, you can provide the access, like any specific access if you want to roles or anything, you can modify accordingly.
Basically, groups in most of the companies, the group has a specific email address, right? So it's like that. It's a DL groups.
Okay, so that group name I would like to see where it is in the orchestrator.
You can navigate.
Navigate to tenant.
Tenant manage access. We have a groups. So there you can see the available groups.
Tenant manage access groups. So we'll continue. For creating a tool, click on, sorry, I'm in the middle of HR escalation. So
yeah, in the last we have to press submit and continue. I saw two buttons.
yes. So on click, if you select the submit as continue, on click of submit of escalation task, the chat will continue. Otherwise, it will end.
Okay. Okay, there's no, no, okay. So that's it. We have created now the escalations. We are good with that, right? We can move on to tools.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Now let's move into the creating a tool. Click on add tool. Click on RPA workflow. Now we are creating an RPA workflow for sending an email to the respective user with a HR response. Click on create new. This will create an RPA workflow, and you can see in the right side the RPA workflow, and you will see the design panel of RPA workflow. Just rename the RPA workflow to send HR responses. Why I'm using the same name? Because I mentioned the same name in the prompt. So if you want to use a different name, please use the name and change the prompt accordingly. So this is the design panel of RPA workflow in Studio Web. Click on this add activity icon and search for send email. You can see the Microsoft 365 activity. Click on this. we need an integration connection for this. So I'm creating an integration service connection to connect to your Outlook. Click on connection. This will land you to the authentication page of integration services. Here you need to select the folder. Please select the shared folder because all the documents and all the artifacts that we have are present in the shared folder. And just hit on connect.
Can we reuse the tool also? Hello.
Sorry?
Can we reuse the tool as have we reused the index?
No, you can't reuse the tool.
Okay.
Here we are creating the tool in the solutions itself, so we can't create it. If you create it outside this solution, if we create it outside the solution and publish it to the orchestrator, you can use it or you can reuse it.
Okay.
The similar activity connection will be there for Gmail and G Drive also, right?
Yes. Google Workspace, you will have access to Google Workspace. You can use that.
What is the name of the tool that you suggested? Microsoft 365 send email, right?
Yeah, send email, Microsoft 365 activity. It is taking time for us. In the meantime, please create a connection and try to connect.
Hi, what if we don't have Outlook? Can we use the Gmail?
Yeah, you can.
What type authentication type should we select here? Because we have three OAuth, authorization code, the Google Service account, and bring your own OAuth 2.0 app. What's the
So, I mean, authentication type would be vary based upon the scenario you want to use. You can choose the authentication type.
What should be the fields for this connection? Can you please?
For now, we will request you to go with OAuth 2.0. It will be directly connecting to your Outlook.
Okay, and what should be the folder? My folder or shared?
No, shared.
Okay. Or 2.0 authentication code, right?
Yeah, OAuth 2.0 authorization code.
Is it, sorry, I might have missed it, but I have to go for the Microsoft Outlook 365 connection, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And it shows some Jennifer something. Is that the correct one? I don't know, some random
No,
name.
no. While if you create, it would be registered under your email ID.
Okay.
So many people are creating the connection, right? So
what is the shared mailbox?
no. They are not using any shared mailbox.
You can skip that.
So I have to add connection and shared and OAuth. That's all I need to do. OAuth too.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm getting the connection failed. I don't know why.
Rate limit exited.
Invalid path provided.
So when I say connect, it is taking me to pick an account. So I have to pick the same thing that's for the cloud, right? Like whatever I used. Like for me, I use Gmail for the thing. So I have to choose that one or something else.
Yeah, like if you are going with Gmail, then you need to choose the Google one, not the Outlook.
For me, I am seeing here Gmail connection, but it's not under my name. It's under another's name, under shared folder. Can I use that one or should I select my own account? Because if I'm selecting my own account, it's like giving me an error.
Okay, if you have any, policies or anything, then you can use any one of the available one. Or like if you are okay with connecting with your own, or if you are using organization email, if you have any policies or anything in place, then you can use the current existing one.
Just use whatever's available in this account.
Yeah, that will
Right.
okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
When I'm trying to create build a connection in Gmail, I'm not able to do that because connect to Gmail is disabled for me.
So it's like any of your organization or like it's your personal.
No, it's my personal mail ID.
Okay,
In the
can-
integration services itself, it is not showing me that connect to Gmail that was disabled. Button is disabled.
Can you share the image in the chat once, please?
Sure.
Sorry, for Gmail, where should I change it? I'm not clear on that. So when I say send email,
So like first you need to connect to your Gmail. So you can go to the connections tab. There you will find the Gmail one. So first make in connection to the Gmail IS connection, integration service connection. Then you can use the send email activity available under the Google Workspace.
okay, where is it the connection, the integration connection? Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
like on the 9 dots on the left hand panel, you have the 9 dots option. So if you click on that, you can see the integration service. So you can click on integration service and you will be finding the connections tab.
Okay. In that, I have to search for Gmail and add it, right?
Yes, you need to search for the Google and you need to connect.
And it says build connections, triggers, and
No,
activities.
not in the build connection. In the next tab, you have connections tab. So in the connections tab, we would request you to do. Yes,
I
you
should
can
add
see
my
here,
email,
right?
is it here? I should add my email here?
Gmail. Yes, you can click on add connection and you can select the Gmail one.
There's no add connection in the connections tab of integration service.
Okay, it might be related to some permissions. Just allow us a moment.
Okay, I'm just showing my image. I'm just sharing my image. Yeah. I just shared my image.
Okay. So give your connection here and save as draft to false. Rate limited exceeded. Might be something funny. Guys, we have so many requests for the connections and so many of us are using the staging portal. So we are all getting some errors. So please reload your browser and access it again. So for passing the information to this RPA workflow, please create an input documents. Click the data manager. Click on plus icon in your inputs. If you are unable to create a connection or you are unable to if you're stuck in some step, please you have a recording handy after this session, so you can refer to that. For now, please see or follow this one. In the input arguments, I'm passing 4 arguments. One is HR response. Which is a string type. Another argument, which is a user email ID to which it needs to send an email. User request. Yeah, that's it. So after creating the input arguments, please choose that input argument as a user email in 2 column. Subject would be HR response. And for email body, I can ping you in chat. Click on the 3 dots. Expression editor.
Can you repeat this one? The expression editor. How do you get that?
Let me show you. Give me a second. Click on this, see more, then expression editor. Anyway, I will copy this and send you in chat. Replace those inner arguments with the arguments that you have created. The name should be exactly same as the one you created. So this is the only activity we are using. This workflow is used to send an email of HR response to the user via to their email ID. So you have created the tool and you need to add that to your agent. So go to the definition of our agent. Click on add tool.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Could you please show me the body of that tool?
Body of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
How did you get this?
Click on see more. Click on expression editor. Then just paste the one that I sent you in chat. This is a simple HTML text like hello team.
No, I'm not able to see anything. How do you go that? Can you repeat, please? Sorry. Three dots, right? This one.
Yeah, see more, the dots.
Hmm?
Expression editor. Click on expression editor. You will see this.
Okay. Okay. I just got
Here
it.
you need to, sorry?
What do I need to select? Insert variable. Okay.
Expression editor.
Yeah. I'm in the expression editor. I'm not getting this text over there.
No, you won't get this text. You need to paste this text. I have already shared this text in the chat. Just copy the text and paste it here.
Okay. Thank you.
Make sure this in arguments that we create would be the same name that you create.
The double quote is not ending?
Sorry?
Oh,
The double quote?
Yeah. Got it.
This will end here.
Okay.
We are using string manipulations and we are using string function replace.
So just have a quick question. So all this we are doing just to send a response back to that user, right? Anywhere in the agent, why don't we have a placeholder where when the HR submits it, right, just send it back to the user?
Agent doesn't have a capability to send an email on its own. So we are using the tool for that.
Okay, so anything which requires even an email, any other integration, you're not integrating directly via generic emails. You always need a connector.
Yes. We need a connection for sending an Outlook or a Gmail, whatever it is. We need a specific connector.
Okay. Usually we can have a generic email box is created and with just like HR at your company name.com, something like that. So that is where I was asking.
So for adding a tool, click on Add Tool, click on RPA Workflow. So the one you created in your folder will be appeared here. So click on that HR response. That will be added in your definition. Please give the description to every argument and the tool also.
Tool.
Send the HR response. From the action app to the user email. This will act as a prompt so that the agent can identify it and auto assigns. No need to assign it explicitly.
See, I have a question around escalations actually. See, we are not configuring anything to, I mean, see, we configured what needs to be done, but how these escalations will be triggered, that we haven't specified anywhere, right?
So we have specified that part in our system prompt. System prompt is nothing but the rules that we are defining to our agent, right? So we are defining it in
So,
the system prompt.
like,
You can see the response logic here. If the policy not found, inform user, offer task creation, on confirmation, trigger escalation app.
okay, so in prompt itself, okay, we will, so we need to give all the conditions, like what are the conditions that escalation?
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm
If
asking you guys to create to write a description to every argument or every variable so that based on the description and the name of the variable or an in argument, the agent will analyze what it is storing or what it is doing for or what from where it is coming from, and
okay.
auto assigns and data flow would be easier.
Understood. Even the name also it matters. It's like that's what the naming
Exactly.
convention, what we follow, that also matters. It's like it will be helpful. That's what
Yes.
you're trying to say. Yes, that's
Yes.
absolutely I got it. And what if see if there are few conditions we didn't define, but that needs to be go to escalation, like how in that cases will be handled?
Adding understand your question properly. Can you repeat it again?
Okay, so there is some scenario which we haven't defined in our prompt. I mean, I mean, the agent has come across some kind of scenario which we have defined in the prompt.
Hmm.
Okay, what will happen in that case?
You mean the unhappy path?
All right.
It will create a task and assign it to the HR department.
So it still go to escalations. That's what you mean to say.
Yes. If an agent find any ambiguity, it will raise an escalate. It will trigger the escalation app.
Okay. So is
And
there any?
if the input is clear and it won't find the information, then only it will trigger the escalation app. If the input is unclear, it will ask the user again for the input clarification.
But I think, see, if there is any confidence score, something kind of based on that, we can create an escalation. Is that kind of mechanism is possible over here?
Um, no. So the confidence is nothing but the context. It's not measurable here, I think. Yeah.
Right. See, I see happy path. I understand it goes well. That
Hmm.
it's all on how you define prompt and all. But in case of it's no, if we talk about the negative scenarios, like I'm just little worried. I mean, if these things goes into prod and all right, production and all right. So
Hmm.
how it's going to act and behave?
Relevant to data, you can set the threshold in here in the context. Relevant to data, you can set the threshold and max results retrieved. You can use this. Relevant to the input ambiguity, the you need to define it in your prompt.
No, no. I mean, I'm talking about agent output. If
You want to evaluate and validate the agent output for the optimized results.
right. Yeah, if it is going out of that value, then it should go for escalation, some kind of mechanism.
For that, you need to write it in the same prompt.
Okay, but we
You
don't
can
have.
validate also. Once
Okay.
you define it in the prompt, you can validate also. Obviously, once you're done with your agent designing, you will start debugging and everything, right?
Yeah.
While debugging, you will give some inputs. You can add them to your evaluation sets. Evaluation sets is nothing but the set of or it's like nothing but a test cases. You
Right.
can in a simple words.
Right. I got it. Yeah. Got it. So I have another question as well. So see, in this user, I mean this conversation agents, right? So how the user will interact? What is the user interface? See,
That's what
once it is
we
deployed,
can.
yeah.
Yeah, we after you publish this agent in your orchestrator, you can use them in your Slack via Slack or Teams. That currently we have that options, and from the agents in instant also you can use it.
So we will be having a web interface where
It's
where
like a chatbot. You can chat. Like let me show you in debug.
okay.
So here we are done with the designing the our agent. Click on debug.
So can you also have, if you have any list of system prompts completely uh, for different use cases, if you can also put it in the chat or publish it, then it will be useful.
Uh, we do have, but that would be specific to our use cases. So currently, we didn't have anything that can be shareable.
The mostly the conversational agent, the specific need of UiPath conversational agent is a business specific use cases. So we all have the business specific prompts.
Yeah, I mean, for different, you might have for different use cases for just demoing or something, right? So if you can all publish as a list, it will be useful for reusing it.
We will check and we will share if we have with along with the demo.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
all the
recording.
prompts and all, if we could find anything that we could add that.
Yep, that will help. Yeah, thank you.
So save and debug. You can see the interface like this. And you can talk to your agent like, how many leave policies I have, or how many annual leaves I can take. So it is referring to the context. So that's why it is running HR policies.
I have here, sorry, on local machine or on cloud. What should I select again for the debug?
Can you please come again?
I have here two options, on local machine or on cloud.
Please go with
What
on
should
cloud.
I?
On cloud.
On cloud. Thank you.
You can see the your response here, and it will ask the follow-up question as we mentioned in our system prompt, and you can see the sources. What are all the sources it referred from the context? So this is the kind of happy path. Let's go with the unhappy path also. Can I take my pet to office? So it is saying it could he didn't find the information in HR policies, and it is asking me to create a task for the HR department. So I'm confirming it. You can see it triggered the escalation app. And created a task. On clicking on this link, you can see the task under HR escalations, and it is assigned to me.
I'm facing one issue. When I'm trying to debug, it is showing me it is not possible to debug in the read-only mode.
Can you share the screenshot in chat?
Okay.
I actually have also an issue. Solution publish failed while trying to debug, like failed to queue publish for one or more projects. Please try again.
Try to do it for multiple times.
Actually, try it again.
Yeah,
Okay,
because many of the
try.
members are doing at the same time, right? It was
Okay.
affecting that.
Thanks.
I just sent the screenshot.
I'm giving the response as a HR. and hit on submit and mark the task as complete. You can see the escalation app is successful and it is sending a response.
So this particular instance will wait till, I mean, that was responded in HR apps.
Yes.
Okay. So when we publish this to prod, we will have similar kind of, I mean, user interface, like when we give the input and all, I mean, the user query, I mean, the user prompt.
I mean, like in your prod, if you have a user prompt,
Like, so in production, how the user will interact? My question is that.
That's what I'm saying. I will show you the Teams and Slack also.
Okay, okay.
Second. So this is how you will debug, and you can add it to the evaluation sets also.
So if the chat is disconnected, it would have sent you an email also, right? We have
Yes.
built a tool for that.
Yes. I got an error. I'm checking that. It is related to the solution provisioning. We can let me check with publishing. I'm stopping the debugging.
Here I am not able to understand the process. If it is a conversational chat and I put the query now, and if the escalation is raised, and if the HR person is not available at that time, if it goes
Your chat will be resumed for now. But you can end the chat. The task will be created. You can end the chat and you will get notified. Even the job is running on the back end. When you
but
end the chat, you can, yeah.
is it a good practice that the job should run? Meanwhile, actually, it should, when it is interrupted, it should stop. The job should not run and it wait for the trigger when the HR person validate or approve, and then again it should
yeah, like
trigger in the
ideally, like when an
yeah, it should be like
escalation,
that.
yeah, basically, when an escalation is triggered, the like chat will be paused. Like you didn't able to give a new prompt until that escalation is being completed. Like until that person who has been assigned for that task complete the task, it will be in pending state.
Task will be in the pending status and it will be stopped, right?
No, it won't stop. Like you won't be able to give any new query to the agent.
I think there was an option in escalation, so you can even end the chat, continue the chat, or wait.
Yes.
No, that was after the response, after the submit. After the submit, when the HR person is acknowledging. Suppose
So
I
like if
have
the
put
if
that.
the HR person is unavailable, like at the moment HR person is not available to answer your queries, then that will be in pending only. Like I mean, in agent won't be able to get any new responses from the user. So it will be like waiting for that task to be completed and get a response from that task.
And it will be consuming the units. How it will be? Because if the job is running, it will be consuming some units, right?
It consumes platform units.
Okay, so if I put the chat now and if it is not having the solution in the policies and it the whatever the query is escalated and if it is acknowledged by tomorrow by the HR person, till then I will not be able to do anything.
Yes.
And the process will be in pending status.
Yeah, like it will, user will be unable to do anything else. Yes.
The chat instance, that particular chat instance you can't do, you can't perform any other actions, but in different chat instance you can.
Mamta will be resuming the demo as the time has been already
Okay.
done.
Yeah, thanks.
So kindly, for any queries, you can just message in the chat.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
The staging will be available for us for how many days? Like if we want
No,
to
no,
use
like after the session, we would be like, as staging is an our internal tool, we will be removing you after the session, like maybe an half an hour, 1 hour after the session.
Oh, okay, so we can't retry it if we want to, right? Like with the recording.
We have the recording. Maybe you can try the, I mean, you can use this in your cloud platform.
Okay, but the documents and the prompts and all that, everything.
We will share
We will
the
share with that
prompts and
recording.
documents along with the recorded demo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shows how you are integrating with the Slack or the Teams with the chat.
Under the Slack, in the Slack, you have an option called apps, right?
Okay.
So under the app, click on add app, type UiPath autopilot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing right now. I just want to know the things so that I can proceed.
Okay. Yeah. Connect to the same tenant or a same org via assistant, and you just add a UiPath autopilot. We have a predefined commands there to run a certain conversational agent. Consider the autopilot is also a conversational agent, right? So
Yes.
you can run the specific conversational agent there. Otherwise, you can just go there and type, I want to know the details of some HR policies. It will automatically run the conversational agent backend, and it's like you can't see the conversational agent flow there, but you can chat.
Okay. Right. So
Same with the teams also, but we have a restriction in the teams. Currently, we are accepting only cloud conversational agents, not staging.
Okay.
While in the Slack, you have a both option for both.
All right. Thank you. So these are the only scenarios. Like either we can go for the Teams or the Slack. That's it, right?
Yes. Assistant also.
I mean, you mean you from UiPath Assistant?
Yes.
Yeah.
From Assistant, like we can trigger this app and it will have that interface.
Yes.
In Assistant, we have a autopilot, right?
Okay.
From the autopilot, you can run it or
Like in the assistant, when in the autopilot tab, you have an option for selecting your agents as well. So you can select your conversational agent. You can give chat, like you can give the user queries from there.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the agent service we have in our cloud portal. So what are all the agents that you deployed will be available here. So the conversational agent that I deployed to the orchestrator can be visible here. You can click on chat and you can chat.
No, see here.
There are multiple ways you can use this conversational agents from Teams, Slack, Assistant, Autopilot, and the agent instance portal.
So if I want to use the Teams, what is the procedure for that?
The same with the Slack. You need to add an UiPath Autopilot app in your Teams, and you can select the conversational agent there, or you can just type.
Can you show us the steps?
Yeah, sure. So in the Teams app, click on the app and search for UiPath Autopilot. Just add this UiPath Autopilot app. Here we have a prompts. It is already logged in, so I'm just logging out.
Does it require any connector with the Teams?
No.
No, I guess your organization might restrict you to add it. You might need admin access to it.
This is
You can
on the Teams.
You
Hello.
can sign in and you can see the conversational agents once you sign in. As I mentioned before, currently we are in Teams. Teams is supporting only cloud, not staging environments.
Sorry, I missed the earlier part.
So
This
once you click on sign in, you can see all the cloud environments that you have already added. For now, Teams is supporting only cloud environments, not staging. Actually, we did everything in staging now. Slack is supporting both staging and cloud, but Teams is supporting only cloud. If you build and publish the agent in cloud, you can see like this. After you sign in, you can change the tenant, or you can select your tenant, and you can see the conversational agents like this here. And you can select and hit on submit. Then you can chat here itself. So this is the closure of our session.
So I just have one question. So if an admin publishes an agent, right, can the whole organization use that?